Once more into the sprawl we go.
Behold, the great.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention when we started down this process. Okay, we got a guaranteed cultist fight. I think I'm probably just gonna go hitting some question marks because it certainly looks like the creature den did not present itself to us. We'll do the lair, the cultist encounter. That could be the creature den, but I'm guessing this or this is the creature den. So I'm just gonna go for it. We get 2 chances here with this configuration. The Shroud, Derek. I think. So I have a theory on the Shroud that I know I've shared before on the channel, but I'm happy to go over it again. I think that they made the original zones and everything was fine, right? You know, they were like, yeah, we're just, we're doing our thing, whatever. And then they made the Shroud and they watched people playing the Shroud and they were like, oh my gosh, this zone is way too easy. And they buffed the heck out of the Shroud because they were watching people who knew how to play the game play the Shroud. And the rest is kind of history. But like the Shroud, I think honestly started out in a good place, but then it transformed into being a little too punishing from my perspective. Like things like the Leviathan's breath having stress associated with it. So every time the Leviathan breathes, you're getting stress. Like it's just a very high stress zone, and they added a ton of stress to a ton of things that just didn't need it. I forgot to change my party order. I keep saying it and then not doing it. Oh well.
A slow dissection.
Oh well.
An unavoidable end.
We'll change our party order after this fight. There's a 20% chance. Famous last words. These guys always worry me. They do weird things. Hint of home. Now, unfortunately, our Leper now doesn't have... oh, he does. How nice. The dodge got us, though, unfortunately. We'll stand fast here just to get things going. But I'm liking where our party is now. Famous last words. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, etc., etc. But I think we got some good things going on. Now, can I not use cause of... I wonder if I can't use cause of death on enemies that have no dots. It's an interesting question.
The slow suffering begins.
I think I've checked it before and it still does 1 damage, but we'll need to validate that. I knew that one was going to hit. Never a doubt in my mind. We've had really good luck with these 25% chances. Not today. Not today.
Hallmarks of the unprepared.
Okay, that's something. And now we can test cause of death. Okay, condition blocked. I do need a dot to be out on the field for to be able to use cause of death. So it's interesting. It's interesting, Michael, because I think like that's one of the things that people complained most about, which I think is fascinating, right? Like the randomness of DD1 is something that they tried to remove quite a bit of. In DD2, right? That's the whole token system was kind of designed around that. Thank you for the party order reminder, Derek. I would have forgotten again. Well, now we have too many roast pigs. That's a shame. You can only eat one roast pig, unfortunately. Yeah, so I think a lot of people really like the fact that outcomes are more predictable in Darkest Dungeon 2. So let's see. Okay, party order was the thing that I said I was going to do. You go to here, you go to here, and now we press forward. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think, and I generally agree, right? I like being able to be strategic. I like having a better handle on what is about to happen, how things are going to unfold. So I think that that's good. I think the relationship system lacks a little bit of nuance right now. In its current form, like, I feel like I've gotten it relatively down to a science. Let's see. I think as much as I want to ceiling spaghetti, I think this is clearly a yank you forward. Oh, and just kill you. Okay, that kind of ruins my my brilliant plan. If Al is just murdering folks left and right, left, right, and center, I guess. I'm realizing that strategic withdrawal is super interesting with the speed token that it generates, because it means that I can forsake a taunt in the first round. You know, it may come back, you know, like we may get one uncontrolled hit or something like that, but then this next turn I can do stand fast and feel really good about the setup. Yeah, Derek, I think it's a knife that cuts both ways, right? I think there's a sweet spot that Red Hook needs to find the secret formula for, and I think things like in the current form, like dodge and blind, like the thing that works well about them is that they are random. But the game communicates to you that you are in jeopardy of randomness, right? We just got the runs. Do we want to break out? No, these trinkets are too good. Of all the people that we're going to get, of all the people that we're going to get a disease, Barristan is not the one we wanted to get a disease. Do we even have a hospital left? Oh, we get the uncommon seashell anyways. How lovely. Yeah, so I don't think there's any way that this works for us. If this trinket was generic and we could put it on Barristan, I'd grab it, but I think it's garbage. Yeah, the relationship system, it's just like, it's a very snowball-y mechanic, right? Like that is the primary nature. We'll definitely aim for the hospital. I don't think we're giving up much with the hospital, so that'll be good. And it seems relatively accessible. Grab the money, grab the healing salve, grab the knotted rope. Pouch of Lie we're not going to use. Clotting Poultice, we shouldn't have grabbed that either. Yeah, I think what they settled on as their design philosophy, and I think it is a relatively good decision, is they wanted to have randomness, but have that randomness be mitigated. Oh my, so it's lair or hospital. The runs isn't terrible. I think I'm gonna go to the question mark here, right down the center. Hope it's the creature den. It is, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I think ideally you want randomness that has counterplay, right? So like, you know, we're currently demonstrating a little bit of that with Baldwin, right? We've built our team to be more effective at applying combo so that we can get consistent crits out of him. Oh man. This is unfortunate. I mean, I'm still gonna do it, but this really stinks. Why does no one want to do the creature den? Well, that's the Peyton. I agree with you. What you are describing to me is it's the kind of like XCOM way, which is you know, you have a 99% chance to hit and you still miss, which is okay, right? I love XCOM. In fact, I think that is. I've been talking to one of the viewers in the Discord about potential games to play, and they've been highly recommending a XCOM style game called Troubleshooter, I believe. Sorry, my brain is it's working at 50% capacity on that one, but I think it's called Troubleshooter. And it looks really interesting, and it's an XCOM-style JRPG. So, could be fun. Don't love that I just picked up that blind right there. Figured we had to go for it. We don't have a corpse clear, thanks to... we do actually, but they're at least one of them is gonna get to go. Yes, absolutely, Peyton. I actually I played Invisible Ink on the channel. There's I only played a couple of rounds of it. Really enjoyed it, but didn't have. I'm gonna set up for phase 2 here. I didn't get totally hooked. Into the Breach is a game that I absolutely want to play though. That's on my list for sure. All right, I guess we're blowing this guy up. Okay, we get 3 actions here, which is good. Like it's a good way to be. Oh, we haven't had a Gaunt in a hot minute. I think the taunt is really important here. Yeah, so I heard it was quite a large update too. It's interesting. It's interesting to me for sure. As a side note, I know we've been talking a bit about the Discord in chat, but that is where I source most of my game ideas. So if anyone is interested in influencing the direction of the channel, the games that I play, etc., the Discord has a game suggestions section where you can absolutely submit any Steam link, and I will kind of put it on the list. Wow, this has been a solid second round here for this. Sorry, I'm so distracted. But yeah, I'm interested in any and all suggestions, and generally have been having a lot of fun. I'm just gonna hit you that way. Having a lot of fun trying out new games. Flanking Harry is super annoying. Wow, all resisted though. No, Peyton. I always will. I always will reserve the right not to play games, but the channel you'll see if you go into game suggestions has a voting mechanic, so all of the games get put into a spreadsheet that I have, and then everyone can, by adding reactions to them, can vote on them, and then I consider most strongly the games that have the most votes. And yeah, and I'm willing to try just about anything. Obviously, it needs to be Twitch slash stream friendly, but you know, that's about it. Oh yeah, please do, please do. Let's see, we can't get another heal, so I guess we just finish this off. I remember watching someone play Lobotomy Corporation back in the day. And I don't think I know anything about Library of Ruina. So I would love to check out both. Remove 1 negative quirk on all heroes. Love to see that. The Whetstone's going to be good. Stacking of bandages, anti-venom, and burn solve. I don't think we're that hurting for space. Actually, we might be. Okay, we're more so, but Clouding Pulses isn't doing us much good. I guess technically it helps us on the cultist fights on the way, but... So yeah, we're going to have to decide if the runs on Barristan is worth skipping Mastery. Oh my word. I can't even. Wow. That... Having a shuffle on an implication is really not good for business. I'm gonna line up the blind. There's not much we can do. So the implication hits more targets the further back it is. So right now, our goal is to kill as many of these guys as humanly possible. But we're also kind of... We put up the blind because, unfortunately, I think we're going to need it. This guy's dazed, so technically... Okay, here's what we do. We hopefully push this guy back, and now the implication is going to attack only the front two. Hey, Peyton, thank you for hanging out. Hope to see you for future streams, etc. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your night. It was a pleasure. We'll keep going on this one for you. Okay, big heal for the leper is good, but we need to start getting some damage going here for sure. These blinds are really... Where did this blind come from? Turn start. If first in round. Blind. Aha. That was a very lucky combo there. We're gonna get... Burning Stars is gonna give us another combo, so I'm gonna use this one. Bosch, so at the moment our Tempest is... Our Leper is a Tempest, which is really more of a damage dealer. Because of 50% increased chop damage. So he's hitting for like 50. So I generally don't think of him as a tank in this context. And this will be kind of a good demonstration of it. So, you know, he's hitting for 36, sometimes more. But it's nice to have a durable front line. So, you know, not complaining. But I like to vary my... I like to vary my builds because the game gets boring if you play the same meta comp over and over again, so I like to play diverse compositions and push myself to kind of like win in spite of suboptimal compositions. Because people don't want to watch me run Plague Doctor, Jester, Highwayman, Man-at-Arms every single run, which is an incredibly strong team, right? And with the right paths can be even stronger, but... Yeah, I mean, I think that's just my 2 cents, is that it's fun to kind of mix things up. I have a really cheeky idea. And in that vein, I'm gonna go to the Oasis, and I'm gonna leave Barristan's Disease. And I think we're gonna do something a little weird with the Seething Sigh. Do I care about the Oasis? Care about the Oasis a little bit. I think I'm gonna go. Squid, that's a beautiful way to put it. I'll take one for the team. So far, like, I would give this this particular composition a pretty big thumbs up. I've been enjoying this comp. Ooh, I don't like though that Paracelsus is tearing things down. Let's see. Well, I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to hope that... Yeah, okay, that's not terrible. So now we have 6 spring water, which is really... I think is going to be really good for the final area. We have 6 spring water and almost 2 full complements of healing salve. That's pretty darn good. I think we're going to get there, so I'm going to let the stale bread go. And then... I can't let go of 5 baubles, unfortunately. The one that we have at the moment is really, really strong, Michael. The complete catalog, even after all the nerfs, is still up there among the best. I think 20 relics? Oh, hate to do it, but yeah, so I think the complete catalog is fantastic. I think the General's Root trophy really opens up a lot of builds that otherwise are not viable or less viable because shuffling can be difficult to manage. I think Bumper Crop is a little too dangerous, but can be incredibly strong. Yeah, basically, I prefer the combat trophies, categorically, more so than their non-combat alternatives. So, okay, so I have a crazy idea, and I kind of alluded to it a minute ago. What was my plan here? I think... Yeah, let's not have you lighting us on fire. So I think I'm going to give Barristan the dot trophy. And I'm going to use Riposte a bunch on the final boss. But yeah, I feel like the Leper is pulling his weight. So yeah, so I'm thinking pulling his weight. So yeah, so I'm thinking we go for a bunch of ripostes with Barristan. The advantage being that by doing that, every time the Seething Sigh hits him, it's going to stack 3 blight potentially, which presumably would be very strong, I think. It's definitely a more risky play than the alternative. But I think it would be kind of a cool win to have Barristan sacrifice some of his durability, but in exchange be applying like 12 blight per turn type of thing that scales, and it's blight that scales off of the Seething Sigh's actions pretty effectively. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting. It's probably not a good idea. I'll be the first to own that, but it might be cool. And I will also say that losing against the Sigh is not something that I particularly lose sleep over. So that can definitely go. I think the prayer beads can go. But we're getting well and proper into the danger zone. I think the medicine chest can go as well. All right, we'll call that good. Oh, I missed the lair. Oh, I totally messed that up. I thought I was going this way to get the lair. Oh well. Oh well. I don't think we have 3 mastery worth of things that we need anyways. So. Okay, which one of you can take the hit more? It looks like... Wait, actually, do you two need it? No. I'm definitely not losing the money, but... Oh, not her ladyship. And not just any her ladyship, but, an old nasty ordained ladyship. Good hit there, good hit.
Dissection. An unavoidable end.
Okay, it didn't defend her ladyship, which is good. Oh, but then the... Dang it. That's very disappointing. Really wanted the leper to drop a bomb on her, unfortunately. Ah, so the speed has a counter... So the speed that we're getting from marking is proccing the blind on Price of Pride, which is very interesting.
This is no time to fall.
Jeez, that was a good hit.
A little help impeccably timed.
That was a good hit. Let's just put the damage in there. He's dazed, so we shouldn't have too many problems. And then hopefully we're gonna get a nice big chunky hit on her ladyship. Could have been a strength token. It's a fun trinket to play with. I don't know if I describe it as good, but it's definitely fun. That's gonna be messy though. Oh, let's see. I don't think we pull forward. I think we just do that. Ooh, a necromancer hero, Michael. That could be super cool. For sure. Thematically, I think the only... Oh, this route wearing off is very unfortunate. I think we're just going to move forward. This is not below 33%, really, game? The healing thresholds are also sometimes pretty brutal.
A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
I'm just going to go for the taunt here. We're really taking our sweet time on this fight.
Steady yourself. extinguished at last.
Oh my gosh, this guy has so much dodge. Alright, 25% chance to finish the fight. Alright, 25% chance it is. Sacred Scribblings is not interesting. Nor are bandages.
The loathing festers.
So instead of petting the dog, you'd be petting the skeleton? Playing cards are not interesting. There we go. So let's see. So now we can go to the hospital. But I want Eric Barristan to keep the... Well, if we go to the hospital, we also get the... We also get the Hoarder, which gives us one more chance for a big trinket to pop up. All right, Barristan has entered the Pain Dojo. Jeez, our speed ordered. Are they hasty? Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. I had one run where we used Malediction on the Psy, Jason. I'm trying to remember. With Malediction... Yeah, we might even play with it on this one. That's an interesting option. Ooh, that was a very unfortunate roll there. So we can do this to apply a mark. Sure. It's interesting, certainly. Certainly made quick work of the pugilist, didn't we? I don't like that free actions happen before dot ticks, I will say. That's another thing that I would change, is I would have dot ticks happen, and then, if they're still alive, the rest procs. That would mean that would be a slight nerf to worship. That's the only real one that I think would be too terribly affected.
The slow suffering begins.
I'm gonna pull this guy forward to give our leper a target again. 7 getting reduced to 1. Ah, but that's unfortunate.
A promising development.
Slight overkill. But we've done a terrible job moving these peeps forward. I'm gonna clear the corpses. Here. Oh man. Double Infernal Taskmaster is kinda rough there. Let's get maximum healing out of Bolster here. This guy's already dead, I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually, I think we probably need to do that. The rare not crit. Oh man, it's so disappointing. If we had got the unchecked power, it would have been so cool.
smallest variable
Still okay.
can make all the difference.
We got things back under control.
The Wainwright awaits, eager to ply his trade.
Nothing particularly interesting there. Yeah, the medicinal herbs get immediately chucked, unfortunately. We still have some bad quirks, so I'm probably gonna spend most of our money. What's our worst relationship here? Okay, we can't do anything with our worst relationship, so either Barristan or the Leper can grab it, and that will improve their relationship slightly. Okay. I mean, if I was gonna get attacked by anyone, I'll take this over over anything else. Although, like, I don't think of us as being a terribly slow team, but holy cow, are we a terribly slow team when a non-hasty group all go first. Jason. Yeah, the Squiffy Gast. That's its signature move. I'm gonna use a Caltrop, even though it was gonna potentially remove some of the vulnerable. If we have Solemnity, I'll probably just use it. I'm not too proud. The dodge makes it a little, yeah. Let's just stabilize. Our hit points are a little below where I want them to be.
A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
I just realized, yeah, strategic withdrawal, adding combo, you could go directly into a rampart from there if you wanted to get the stun. It's interesting. I'm not, in this case, I'm not going to go for it, but kind of a weird combo here. I think we just kill this one, even though that kind of invalidates the Leper's action. Oh, okay. Oh, well, bad. That was a bad target choice. We got lucky with it, and this is actually perfect because now we have. Wait. Oh, had dodge too. I was like, the combo. The combo does not protect us from dodge. Well, it's gonna be a big, totally wasted hit.
A resounding response.
I didn't look how big that was, but I expected a larger. I expected more damage out of that one. That was interesting. How do you do 1 of 1 with cause of death? Oh, also, how do we not get a crit on a 70%? I know it's by rolling like 29%. I am aware. I would not have left these two ladies up, given given my druthers. Not getting lucky on these unchecked powers either. Probably going to use the second Solemnity here. I wanted to roll the dice on that one because if we get it, that's going to put us in a really good position with the Leper. And we don't have to worry about consuming the blind because...
A calculated generosity. What a welcome one nonetheless.
that is the way it goes, for sure. What are these hits all of a sudden? Did I break? Did I break my leper? Jeez. Had some very bad luck here. Oh, the resist there is really unfortunate. That was nice though. I didn't check to see which was which. This one is gonna get to tickle us one more time. But yeah, XCOM, anything below 90% basically feels like a 0. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna roll the dice on the 5% here. But yeah, I feel like that's one of the problems that that XCOM had. I guess we take that and we leave the rest. The it made like shotgun, especially the original XCOM, XCOM 2 to a lesser degree, but still quite a bit. The value of like high mobility and then just going for like shotgun builds and doing like 90% point blank shots was that was always my dominant strategy. Now we're doing this for 2 reasons. One, because we want Barristan to really freak out because there's no fights, so no recourse for us to soothe him. But we really want the hospital, and then we really want the Hoarder. The Hoarder we want more so. I'm not going to cure the runs, though, because we're going to do some weird things with it, I think.
Even the worst habits can be overcome.
We still have a lot of laudanum, but I think... How much can we stack these to? I thought we could only stack them to 6. Now I just need to know. Okay. Might need to file a bug report about this one. 10 laudanum? Anyone? So, okay, so my plan with Barristan's diarrhea, very eloquently put. I'm thinking for the Seething Sigh, we give him the Sickening Silence, which is apply to attacker when hit, if diseased, 3 blight. So we just taunt Barristan up like crazy, and we generate a ton of blight because the Seething Sigh has a ton of actions. That's my thought. It's going to come at a huge cost of Barristan's survivability.
At least it should be.
But I think it'll be an interesting experiment. And we're going to be really unhappy by the time we get to the Guardian fight because we've taken a path. It's a 2 weaken on turn start. Combat start? Combat start 2 weaken 50% of the time. So it's not even that bad. That's what I'm thinking, Elaine. Potentially. Okay, we know we like Snappy Swig. So I'm mostly shopping for something for Al here. The Snappy Swig is not as good. I don't think we have any way to guarantee enough speed on Al to make either of these trinkets work, unfortunately. The Smoldering Hymnal means if we're on fire, we gain 6 speed, but we can't guarantee that. We'll be on fire a lot in the final one. Exactly, Amaga. The Snappy Swig is insanely good. The Enlightened Element is also insanely good. But our speed is awful. And Owl would need to be our person. I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna grab this and hope that we find a speed poultice in the final inn, because there's clearly nothing here that helps with speed. So it may not come into any, may not be of any value, because everything we do is going to be focused on preventing anyone from taking hits that is not Barristan. So I don't foresee having a lot of opportunity to get our occultist on fire. Although I guess, oh, an ambush, really? Although I guess our occultist also, when it does unchecked power, potentially lights things on fire. This is a very bad intro fight here. Really, game? This is going to be messy. This isn't terrible, though. We move you forward. We just blight you for reasons. And now we can't rampart from this position. That's very unfortunate. Okay, we don't have a lot of time. Let's yank this guy forward so that it pushes back the sacrificial, who is moving at 900 miles an hour. Your hit points are not going to do you too much good. That's why I don't like them, though. I'm going to go for the control game. This wasn't my original plan, but I think we need to be a little cautious here. Because that 21-point hit was suboptimal. The ambush really, it fouls you up a little bit sometimes.
Steady yourself. This wound, at least, has been tended.
Don't like this as a starting point. We have a ton of stress healing we need to do too. Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that before we get too much further into things. $25% of the time, it hits every time. Oh my gosh. This team's speed may be its biggest disappointment. That's good, though. I think we just keep healing. I'm not super concerned about the sacrificial, who is now dead. 50-50? Where are my crits at? We've rolled so many 30s in recent history. I don't like it. Ah.
The slow suffering begins. A little help. Just
get him topped up.
A miscalculation.
Yeah, all our bad rolls on blind are coming out now. You got to be very concerned. Reducing death blow resist on some of the bosses is an interesting thought. Hasty means, oh, this is going to be a nightmare. That's a lot of blind too. I'm doing that to get rid of the blind, so that at least we can hopefully get her yanked forward and blow her up with the leper. That one was just the way it was going to be. It was a great outcome. Do you just resist blind? Do you not have blind? Okay, you do have blind. Good. 74%. Show me the 74%. Thank you, game. So now we have this interesting quandary. Do we kill her 75% of the time? Do we stun him? I think we kill her. And the daze is the bonus. So if we didn't get the kill on her, at least we get a few shots at killing her. But these fights are not going well. If the trinkets are trash, I'm probably not going to do the final cultist fight. If we need to get rid of her, it's just the way it be. Yeah, I mean, I always knew that Cruel Intent was like a leper designed trinket, but it's proving out, for sure. Little concerned about our Plague Doctor at the moment.
Impeccably timed.
Probably the leper would have been the better choice to consume that combo token, but if I wasn't sitting on 10 laudanum in Barristan's inventory, oh my gosh. Stop it, game. For the love of all that is holy. Stop. Leave me alone. I guess I'll Retribution in hopes that if it gets a chance to act, it will be an attack on Barristan. It'll probably do Infernal Taskmaster. Oh, missed the crit, got the kill, I guess. That's something. Ooh, Michael, that's an interesting concept. Oh, the Hardened Heart again. We only have one Smoke Bomb. The Hardened Heart is trash. Strong Shackle is absolutely trash. I don't think the Stake and Spuds are worth it. I'm just going to leave.
Recognize your disadvantage and accept it.
I guess we had some more smoke bombs coming, but can never have enough smoke bombs going into the final area. The Buttressing Band has been good for us. I feel the Snappy Swig I don't think is going to be that amazing for us. But if we can get Al on fire, then it's going to be pretty sweet. Oh, but yeah, our speed being low is like our primary concern, and we want to find things in the shop here that will assist us.
Under the mountain's unblinking gaze.
All right. Wow, bunch of positives there. Is such a thing even possible?
Spend what you can, or wealth no longer has
I don't
meaning.
see any speed
Indeed,
available.
it ever did.
Yep. So, Snappy Swig is maybe going to be a hard sell. Okay, Fussy Eater is the only one, and you need the stress relief anyways. We'll do that for everybody. Try and shore up our relationship. Someone's getting suboptimal food, not the end of the world. The Glimmers of Hope we can use in the final fight to get our Torchlight up, but I don't know if it gets us up enough. Yeah, this is pretty disappointing. I mean, there's no reason not to buy those, but
Despicable and dangerous.
+2 speed on these on the Shimmer Powder, but that's not going to do us much good. So our speed base is 6, but we have no way to get it up the remaining 2.
Learn what can be taught, that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
I mean, we do have... I'm going to buy this just in case. That would technically help us in the fight when we don't have it, to try and generate it. But I don't know. So, Malediction is interesting. Although, we learned the hard way that it's resistible, which makes it less exciting. There's not a lot of things that we need. There's a tiny % chance we use Hue. There's a tiny % chance we use Ruin to get some big hits in. Tiny % chance we use Sacrificial Stab when Al is the only person left. And everyone else is dead. I'll put a point into Bellow, but it's unlikely to come into play. Okay, well, let's see. So, currency-wise, there's nothing else of value here. Mop and Bucket, are we... We are zeroed on stress. That's good. Clotting Poultice is worth something. And that gets rid of all of our money. And then trinkets, these are all garbage, so... Alright, so for the cultists fights... We definitely want all of our smoke bombs deployed. And our laudanum. And then for the final fight, we're leaning towards some combination of these with the shimmer powder as a potential pickup. Now, healing for one target. Give it to Barristan. Okay, well, we've done what we can to prepare. Let's rock and roll.